Hello everyone, this is SMA Watts, and I am playing in a daily, playing Return to Ravnica block, and I'm playing a green-white Selesnya beatdown deck, kind of based on the deck played to great success by Craig Wesco at the Pro Tour. I lost the roll, my opponent however has already mulliganed, and I think turn 2 Conclave into turn 3 Smiter is going to be good, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. I modified this deck a little bit. It's a little more budget friendly. Like, I don't have the 4 Voice of Resurgences because they are expensive. And I geared it a little more to being able to beat the red matchup, because that is way more common on MTGO. And you get a Legion Loyalist off the bat. I take my ones and I like it. Wouldn't mind pulling up a 1-drop here. Not the best 1-drop, but not the worst. Little Judgy Familiar. Start our relatively slow beatdown train. Firefist Striker. Not willing to commit to the board like that. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and play a Call of the Conclave. I could have played the Experiment 1 out, but I'd rather just establish my creatures are bigger than yours. Ash Zealot. Well, that'll enable him to beat down without... tokens can't block. And I'm going to take 5. Right, we're just going to go ahead and always yield to this. Like, that is probably the most annoying creature he could have, because I have a lot of tokens. Combined with the Firefist Striker, it, makes it so the only thing I can really block with next turn, and they all have First Strike, so yeah, I can't functionally block him. I have to just kind of go over the top of him. Fortunately, my creatures are bigger. Wouldn't mind pulling up a Centaur Healer, though, next turn to put the race a little more in my favor. Another Firefist Striker. I'm just not going to be... This is going to be very much a beatdown versus beatdown game. Boundary Street Denizen. Alright. So let's see, what can I do? I'm going to take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 next turn. I am at 9. That does not seem good. I don't believe I can deal 15. So I think I need to... Well, he's going to be able to make 2 of my creatures not block. Okay. Let's see. Let's assume he's pulling blank. All of his creatures are going to have First Strike. The only creature I'm going to be able to block with is going to be a 1/1, but I can make it a 3/3 and eat one of his guys. I really needed a... let's see, I can do 3, 7, 10, 12 to him. Not enough. Tokens don't matter. Blockers barely matter. I can play Experiment 1 and I can play my Civic Saber. I guess I attack with the Centaur because he can't block no matter what. I think I'm going to lose this game because... mostly because of Fire Fist Striker. Like, I just don't have a good answer to him. Alright, we're going to have to see what I draw. And it's going to make the Loxodon Smiter not be able to block. Block one of those. And Dino Charge wins it. Mono Red is a beating. Let's see. Rootborn Defenses, not what I need. Druid's Deliverance, though. Quite helpful. We're going to go ahead and pull out my Guild Mages, as they're less good. Bring in Unflinching Courages. And pull out the Judge's Familiars. They're evasive, but not fantastic. Alright, I think that's what I do against Mono Red. Also, I get to play first this time, which is relatively important. Alright, that's a pretty good hand, actually. My real question is, do I suit up the Knight token to start gaining 4 a turn on turn 3, but leave it vulnerable to or do I throw down the Loxodon Smiter and make him a 6/6, eventually an 8/4 Trampler? Yeah, I think the Loxodon Smiter, going in all on the Smiter is probably better. Darn Burning Tree. Though the Knight is vigilant, that won't matter. Or let's trade the Knight for the life total, because that gives me functionally 3 life, and I prevent him from tripping his Fire Fist next turn. And if I just start swinging him with the Loxodon next turn with the Unflinching Courage and the Saber, I'm pretty sure that's a hard pill to swallow. Like, unless he has a Boros Reckoner. Yep. And we're going to go ahead and just yield to his battalion effects. Because I don't think I have anything I would really want to respond to his battalion triggers with. Well, that's a good follow-up. Let's go ahead and saber him. And we'll go ahead and suit him up. And go ahead and put us back at 23. He's got the Reckoner. He needs... Yeah, he's got the Reckoner. Which will enable him to trade for the Smiter. But he'll still take 5, and I'll still be ahead. So we're just going to swing in. Now, where's he going to throw that damage? He's going to throw it at my Smiter, of course. Can't fault him for that. And then go ahead and play out an Experiment 1 and a Centaur Healer. We're going to always yield to our Experiment 1. We're going to always yield to our Centaur Healer, even though he's not going to have any more effects. And now we have a 20-point life cushion. If he has another Reckoner, I could be in trouble. Well, if he has another Reckoner, I'm in trouble. And I will go ahead and try and eat his 1/1. He might have a Dino Charge. I would not be If he has Weapon Surge, that would be... Oh, Rumblebolt Maka. That was another option. He does have Trample, too, so, you know, go down to 19. Another Boros Reckoner. Which is actually quite annoying. But he's out of cards. So we just swing in with our Centaur Healer. Yep, we're gonna... We're at 16. He's out of cards. Saber him up. I'd really hate to... Boros Reckoner's so powerful. Like, it's the only real card in his deck that beats me. Because it just kills any creature. Really could use an Armada, but... Or, not an Armada, what they're called. Advent. Actually, I'd really just like to rip a another Unflinching Courage off the top. 2, 4, 6. Well, I suppose. Well, now he can swing in for 5. If he has a Dino Charge, I'm dead. If he has Dino Charge, I am dead. And Dino Charge. Active Treason. Equally dead. Yeah. But, I mean, I suppose that's sort of what happens when you draw half land. I mean, I probably could have played a little smarter with the Experiment 1, but not significantly. And I don't think it would have made any impact whatsoever because I'd have just kept drawing blank. So that is unfortunately what happens when your opponent doesn't blank and you do. That's a bit... what could I have done differently? Well, let's see. Was my opening hand really mulliganable? I mean, my opening hand was actually pretty good, if a bit land heavy. I suppose theoretically I could have kept the knight for longer, but then I would have just lost both of them to the Reckoner when I took the 3 from the Reckoner. I really just needed to draw something that wasn't... Yeah, I needed that extra unflinching courage. Alright, well, thank you for watching me, flounder and fail. See you next round, hopefully.